all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City. Welcome to round 8 of the RD8 National Premier League South Australia this afternoon. We have 4 RD8 NPLSA games happening all across Adelaide. They're all available for you to check out on the FSA League's YouTube stream. But for those who have chosen to check out the action this afternoon from Smith Partners Stadium, we look forward to seeing the lead leaders in the competition at the moment face a side who have underperformed a little bit so far in 2025. I'm Simon Jimenez for Modbury Jets versus MetroStars. A little bit of a closer look at the clash. But only have to look back as far as a couple of weeks to talk about the last time these two teams faced off at TK Shuttle Reserve in the Australia Cup. In that instance, MetroStars got the better of Modbury Jets. Modbury did have some moments in the second half. They were 1 down at the break, but returned in the 46th minute to even things up with Hamish McCabe being subbed on, returning from a 6-week absence. So an early equaliser, but a 66th minute goal against the run of play saw Michael Cittadini, who's been red hot over the last couple of weeks, put MetroStars 2-1 up. Only took 5 more minutes before he scored his second for the game to make it 3-1, and Hamish Gow sealed the deal from the spot late. Now, last week in the return round to RD8 NPLSA, we saw a draw at home from MetroStars against Playford City. But although they've had a really good start to the season, both MetroStars and Modbury Jets have only won 1 game from the last 4. So both teams will be desperate to get 3 points under the belt today. We'll go through the lineups in a moment as they get ready to enter the field. For Modbury Jets, in goals, Alexander Woodlands. Paul Wilson comes into the side, Cameron O'Doherty, Timothy Henderson, Patrick McGregor, Liam McCabe, Hamish McCabe, Jesse Francesca, the captain, Francesco Scamizzi, Lachlan Wilson, and Joku Wall also back in the side. For MetroStars, Cody Ostrike in goals, Noah McNamara, Christian D'Angelo, Jackson Fortunato, Hamish Gow, Owen Windsor, Cameron Woodfin, Daniel Cavwato makes his way back into the side, Arby Mollis, Jackson Walls, the captain, in Fabian Barapiero's absence, And Michael Cittadini, the player who's got a bit of momentum at the moment, scored 2 games in that Australia Cup round where these two teams last played, and got another one last week, so 3 goals in the last couple of games. Now, referee today, Christian Vidicchio, and his assistants Liam Miller and Ellie Seaton. And of course, we thank RAA, proud supporters of Football South Australia, and One World LED and Sportal for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Silence before we commence the game today. There was also one observed with the Metro United game last night in the WMPL, remembering Debbie Lataris, MetroStars life member and volunteer for over 2 decades. On the socials during the week, MetroStars wish George and her children, Greg, Paul and Michael, all the best during the week. Her children have represented the club, as do her grandchildren currently. So, a missed member of the MetroStars family. Not far from getting things underway, and as I said, a couple changes to both sides this afternoon. In for MetroStars, Daniel Cavotto. Out is number 17, Thomas Visser. And for Modbury Jets, out is UC Agawa, who left the game on a stretcher last week, unfortunately. Paul Wilson goes into the side in his place. Jockey Wall is also back in this Modbury Jets side. So, number 1 on the ladder versus number 9 this afternoon. Although MetroStars' form over the last few weeks hasn't been as strong as their ladder position would suggest. Currently they're equal with 3 other teams on 14 points. Bit of a dangerous position because last night Comets played, and with a win they would have put themselves at the front, at least for the time being. They didn't manage to get that win at home against FK Beograd. So a chance for MetroStars to cement that spot at the top. It is pending other results as well this afternoon, because Adelaide City and Adelaide United also playing this afternoon. It's a pretty packed schedule with 4 different games happening in the RAA NPLSA this afternoon, and we're just about ready to go. Modbury Jets will kick from right to left. And the visitors, MetroStars, red, yellow and black strips from left to right. One thing we've noticed over the last couple of weeks is that Modbury Jets have started second halves strongly, but ended up conceding against the run of play during the second half. So that's one thing they'll have to watch, although they'd love to get a strong start in this first half. MetroStars' form's been looking just a little bit shaky. We know the quality of their players and just how good they are when they are at their best. wrestle for possession, just an early stage of the game. Jockey Wall, long ball, finding Scamitzi. Chance here, slips it to McKay, but just goes beyond him and gathered by Hamish Gow. Composed in floating that. Ends up with Daniel Cavotto, the man who's made his way back into this side this week. Commentary position at Smith Partners Stadium means you may be able to hear a little bit from both benches. Two seasoned coaches for either side. Morris Natali for Modbury Jets. Danny Greystone, coach for MetroStars. And it feels like there's a little bit more at stake with the RD8 NPLSA this year, because we do have the Australian Championships. That'll kick off at the conclusion of this season, where the winner of the RD8 NPLSA will compete in Group A of that competition. For the team that does win the comp, they can look forward to being in the same group as the NPL Victoria victors, as well as Marconi Stallions of the NPL New South Wales and the Wollongong Wolves of NPL New South Wales. So opportunities for some of these SA-based clubs to prove their skill on a national stage. But at the moment here at Smith Partners Stadium, both clubs just fighting to try and assert themselves early. So Daniel Cavotto's come into this MetroStars side and slipped in that right mid position. Right where Thomas Visser has been spending most of his time and been pretty prolific in that right mid role. Interestingly, one player that's still missing from this MetroStars side is Fabian Barbiero, the captain who had a birthday during the week, 41 years of age. Still out, I believe it's a knee injury. He was expecting to be back following the cup round, but not appearing in the side this afternoon. But plenty of depth in this MetroStars side that have been managing to put together some really nice performances in his absence. D'Angelo across to Fortunato. There's a bit of a question mark ahead of a shaky moment there for MetroStars. Played back to Cody Ostrike and came off of his head and went out. He didn't look too concerned about that, but from his position looked like it was heading a little bit closer to goal than one would have liked. So an early corner here for Modbury Jets. That'll be taken by Patrick McGregor. He'll hear off his right foot. He'll travel from right to left. Instead, opts to play it short. But nice ball into the danger area. Wall with his height comes in, tries to get ahead to it. Doesn't. Be a goal kick here for MetroStars. So again, it's just been a bit of an early arm wrestle. Both of these sides do like to hold possession. High press being applied by Scamitzi, and battle in the middle of the field there. Sees Owen Windsor go to ground in the hands of Timothy Henderson. Windsor plays it back to Fortunato. Ends up with Ostrike, and they'll build it from the back. D'Angelo. It's Capuato. It's back in the middle, and Cameron Woodfin was looking to find Capuato on the right wing. Not to be. Will take this throw in from Modbury Jets defensive third. So it went back out and throw in to be taken by Jackson Walls. Ends up back with Fortunato. To retreat from that left-hand side. There's a couple of loose plays on this near end for MetroStars. They always use their read wings really, really well. Both fullbacks coming up in supporting roles. But it looks like they're going to be really patient here. D'Angelo just looking for options. Choose to send it on long onto that left-hand side to Cittadini. Gathers it up, manages to carry it into the 18-yard box, but cleared by Modbury Jets. As we mentioned at the start, Cittadini's been quite lethal over the last couple of weeks. Not only giving his trusty support from wide positions, but also in front of a goal as well. So 3 goals in the last 2 weeks across both NPL and Australia Cup. Michael Cittadini. Interception here for MetroStars. Capuato goes to ground, but relatively cleanly picked up by Wall. Long ball here. Skamitsi will run onto it. Ostrike's off his line. A chance here if he can get his shot away quickly, but not quite quick enough. Jackson Fortunato tracking back, able to put himself in front of it. It was a shot that went well wide in the end. Looks like it didn't take a deflection because MetroStars getting ready for a corner kick here. For a short option back in the middle and chipped into danger by Francesca, but although it doesn't get there, still a little bit of danger here. Cameron Doherty just looking for enough room to just get a little cross off, but gets clear himself. Ball sent in by Paul Wilson, but not to anyone and not ultimately on target for him. Ball was searching for Windsor, but managed to find him. This one does, but possession given up to Jesse Francesca, Modbury Jets captain, all the way back to Ostrike once more. So MetroStars just struggling to build up that play. They're comfortable holding possession deep in their defensive third, but just those balls looking for players, not finding their target. This one ultimately will find itself at the feet of Windsor, although under pressure and he spills it. So MetroStars are looking like the team that's holding most of the possession at this point, but just not managing to capitalise with finding those targets. for MetroStars at the moment. Still Scott Nagel, who's been out for the last few rounds. Meaning that there's a bit of a makeshift defensive setup for MetroStars at the moment, which sort of corresponds with some shakier run of results over the last 4 or 5 rounds. Another ball sent forward that was just loose. Henderson tries to send it to the feet of Hamish McCabe, but it's intercepted. Another McCabe ends up with it here though. Liam to his brother Hamish. Almost beats 2 different MetroStars players, but not to be. But it would be counter-attacking opportunity for MetroStars here, but ultimately well dealt with between Patrick McGregor and Paul Wilson. Speaking of players out, Yusei Agawa absent from the Modbury Jets lineup this week. He left the field last week and he is at the ground today, albeit not on the field. As a moment for MetroStars there, but allowed to advance far further than the Modbury Jets would have liked. Still in possession here though. Played all the way back. Gow. Fortunato. Namara. And again they played all the way back to build things up from the back. Cavotto's been a bit of a consistent target on that right-hand side with some support from Jackson Walls, but just doesn't seem to be making its way to them. Instructions coming from the bench to MetroStars, so possibly just trying to give them a bit of a key to opening up things on that right-hand side. They went for the middle option in Cameron Woodfin in that instance, and he's broken free here. Chance to maybe get this cross away. Place it back to Walls. Manages to find a path to Chittadini. Chittadini got a foot to it, but gathered up by Modbury Jets. So a little bit of a change of tack for MetroStars there. Found its way forward rather than go into those really wide options. Trying to get some support from those players in the middle, but here come Modbury on the counter-attack. Skmitzy launches it, but doesn't trouble Cody Ostrike. Very experienced Cody Ostrike, and there's between the sticks for MetroStars. Player with plenty of experience. Even played interstate with Queensland Lions in years past. MetroStars just looking to have their mojo back a little bit at the moment. Holding possession, but doing so just from a little bit more of an advanced position. Finds Walls wide, goes short to Watto, but he's under pressure from Wall. To Gow, who seems to be anchoring that midfield along with Arby Mollis for MetroStars this afternoon. Christian D'Angelo and Jackson Fortunato just slowly picking up meters and advancing the ball as they hold possession and try to look for opportunities. An attempt there to find Owen Windsor, but doesn't manage to do so. 20 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Of course, we thank RAA, proud supporters of Football South Australia. And we've got some big news to share at halftime as well about a new partner that's just come on board in support of our State League 1 and 2 competitions. We'll find out a little bit more about HPG Homes, who we welcome to the FSA family when we get to halftime. So, it's Big Partners Stadium at the moment, but a chance for MetroStars. Would be a chance, but the ball's just put a little bit too far ahead of Owen Windsor. International product of the Southampton Junior Academy. Has spent time playing in the Championship in England before coming to MetroStars this season, and a handy left footer to have join your side. Now a chance for Modbury Jets as they build here. Gregor just ran into a brick wall before that red and yellow defensive MetroStars switching ball, finds walls. Watto was presenting, but opts to be patient with the build up from the back. Now they've switched it to the other side. McNamara finds Windsor in the middle, and he's forced to retreat. Jackson Walls goes to ground, and Christian Vidicchio's whistle has gone. A little bit of protest from Modbury Jets though. And here's a chance for Daniel Cavwatto, who's got Jacku Wall in his way, doesn't manage to get beyond him, but good outcome in the end for Modbury Jets, who have a goal kick here. So, as we said at the start, packed schedule in the RAA NPLSA this afternoon. 4 other games happening all around Adelaide. I can tell you that we have seen 1 goal in one of the other fixtures, but will we see another one here? A chance for Modbury Jets. McCabe gets it away off his right foot, but straight into the feet of Jackson Fortunato, but they have won a throw-in from advanced position here. As I was starting to say there, 1 goal already in one of the other fixtures. Playford hosting West Torrens Bacalla and conceding a goal in just the 8th minute. I can't tell you yet who managed to get that, but good start for West Torrens Bacalla, who are playing a pretty informed side in Playford at home. Well, the team that they played in that State League 1 grand final at the end of last year. The team that they advanced to the RAA NPLSA with this year. McCabe tried to get the shot away, ends up with Skamitsi, and again has another little shot, but so far nothing to challenge Cody Ostrike. But just back to that other game, Playford City and West Torrens. As I was saying, those 2 teams came up from State League 1 for this year. West Torrens Bacalla having a bit of a tough time of it. A lot of draws so far. A lot of goals conceded, so they'll be desperate to get a win. I believe it will be their first win in NPL competition this year. Yep, it would be. It'd be their first win. They've drawn 4 games, and lost 3 so far. So a win this afternoon will get them from 4 points to 7. And we know how busy the mid-table in the RA NPLSA can be, so anything to get them off the bottom could be very valuable. Meanwhile, up the road from here, Para Hills hosting Adelaide City. So Adelaide City on equal points with MetroStars at the moment. So a win for them will get MetroStars under real pressure and possibly allow them to leapfrog them depending on the result that we see this afternoon. And Campbelltown facing Adelaide United this afternoon as well. So round about the 25-minute mark in all those other fixtures. Controversial challenge in the middle of the park from Paul Wilson. Michael Cittadini. This game's still looking like a bit of an arm wrestle. Probably favour MetroStars at this point of having a little bit more possession and clean play, but a couple of opportunities for Modbury Jets as well, although not overly convincing. He's managed to get a couple of shots off it. Cody Ostrike. How likely they would have been to make something of them, not too sure, but nonetheless, a result. These teams looking quite even at this point. Wall looks to play that ball forward, but doesn't end up there, but still with the feet of McGregor. Tries to thread it through to McCabe, but ends up with the other McCabe. Little flick to find his brother and returns the favour. Chip ball. Tried to find an option at the far corner. Unsuccessfully in the end, and another dangerous little counter-attack mounted there by Modbury Jets. So MetroStars playing that patient game. Modbury Jets looking to exploit on the counter. And Woodfin was just under some pressure there as they tried to advance it. So they're just trying to find a key to unlocking Modbury Jets here, and maybe it's here. Cabotto running onto that ball. Sends it goalward off the right foot, but there was no one on the end of it, and it didn't particularly look threatening at goal in the end. And a bit of frustration on the sideline from Danny Greystone, the MetroStars coach, but nonetheless, a little bit of, you'd have to be feeling a little bit encouraged the fact that they've managed to advance it in that instance. D'Angelo pushes it forward to Owen Windsor, and it looked like he was looking for Daniel Cabotto, but unsuccessfully. So in the first 25 minutes or so, on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions, Daniel Cabotto coming into the side and just struggling to make his mark as of yet. Nice accurate ball, finds McCabe and doesn't quite manage to find his brother Liam McCabe in the process. More defensive pressure from Timothy Henderson, who's looking pretty impressive and assertive in defence for Modbury Jets so far this afternoon. It's a long ball that's just sent a bit far ahead of Owen Windsor for MetroStars. All the way back again to Cody Ostrike. Fortunato waiting for options. Gow's running with Windsor just ahead of him, but scooped up. And Timothy Henderson dealing with it yet again. I mentioned the form of these two sides leading up to this game. Just one win each in the last 4 games for both these sides. For MetroStars was against West Torrens Bacalla with their 1-0 win away in round 6. And for Modbury Jets, it was also in round 6 with a 2-0 win at home against Adelaide Croatia Raiders. But the form at the very opening of the season was what sort of sets these two teams apart. As Windsor found himself on the ball in a lucky position there, but not lucky enough to sneak it past Alex Woodlands. So a little bit of a contrasting story between these two sides in terms of the first 3 rounds. It was 3 games and 3 consecutive wins for MetroStars against Campbelltown City in the RD8 NPLSA final rematch that opened the season. That was a big 3-0 win for them away in the opener, followed by a 1-0 home win against Adelaide City and a 5-1 home win against Adelaide Croatia Raiders. But Modbury Jets up to a bit more of a shaky start. Round 1 saw them go down 3-1 at home against Adelaide Comets. They bounced back in round 2 with a 2-1 win against Croydon, but falling to Para Hills in round 3. Pretty solid effort for Modbury Jets last year, though, and things just seem to come apart at the seams a little bit during the last few rounds. There's quality in their side. Just hasn't really come up for them the first part of this season, as Chittadini just sent that one goalward. He'd be playing with a little bit of confidence in looking for his 4th in the last 3 games. Not to be in that instance. Hamish Gow will take this corner kick. Now, Chittadini's presented as a close option. It's just one player at the front post. And Cameron Woodfin goes beyond him. Lands right on Alex Woodland's head, rather. He gets a big, strong punch. It'll be a throw-in from the opposite side for MetroStars. Two wins, 2 losses and 4 draws for Modbury Jets so far this year. 4 wins, 2 draws and just 1 loss for MetroStars so far this year. As we said before, though, things looking pretty crowded at the top of the table in the RD8 NPLSA at the moment. And it's probably a good time to have another quick look at the games happening around Adelaide at the moment. 33-minute mark or thereabouts on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. Still 0-0 at Campbelltown City versus Adelaide United. Para Hills and Adelaide City just down the road from here, also 0-0. And the margin's still the same at Playford, where West Torrens got up in just the 8th minute. Chance here for Modbury Jets. Jesse Francesca just fighting to advance on that left-hand side. Finds McGregor in the middle. Sees Camo Doherty go to ground. And here MetroStars eventually win possession, and there's an option in Cavwatto, which is found there. Played it short to Cameron Woodfin, but not clean enough to make anything of it. Apologies, we have been going back and forth between talking about the other games this afternoon and this particular one, but relevant given the table that we're looking at the moment, as MetroStars press high. O'Doherty just trying to shake the 2 players off of him. Captain Jesse Francesca sends it just beyond McGregor. But Hamish McCabe ends up with it. He's got his brother Liam to his right-hand side. He's surrounded by about 3 different red and yellow shirts in that incident. So they do manage to dispossess him, but shows that MetroStars aren't going to be taking any chances. And the McCabe brothers do link up. Walls. Intercepted ball by Wall. Scooped up by Fortunato, and he finds McNamara on the left-hand side, who's got plenty of room to just gallop. Pick out Cittadini on his left. Harvey Mollis, who's struggled to get himself involved in the game so far this afternoon. Some instructions from the MetroStars bench. Jackson Walls, who plays it to the edge of the 18-yard box to Cittadini. Again, he's playing with some confidence after getting 3 goals in the last 2 rounds. Gow in the 18-yard box. Flicks it back to Woodfin. Little chipping ball from Woodfin. Managed to find Cittadini there, but picked up by Woodlands. Just a little bit too much time at the feet of MetroStars in that final third in that instance. Now playing it back to Jackson Walls. So around about the 35-minute mark, and it'll be interesting to see what happens in the second half, assuming that we do stay deadlocked at 0-0. For the last few weeks, we've seen Modbury Jets come out pretty strongly after half-time. MetroStars will continue to be really patient in their build-up play. It has looked like, rather than try to take on the defenders for Modbury Jets in advancing the ball, they've preferred to play it back, reconfigure, but hasn't bared any fruit for them just yet. Yeah, just slips McGregor and manages to get himself into some space here. He's continued to run into the middle as a support player for Cavwado, who's out-muscled by Wall. So that's an interesting battle to watch play out. Wall and Cavwado, the 2 players coming into their respective sides this week. Mollis doesn't manage to pick out Owen Windsor on that far left-hand side. Mitzi with McCabe to his left. McCabe controls it with his left foot. He'll step over, launches it, but Jackson Walls is there to put himself in the way, and it'll be a corner kick now for Modbury Jets. McGregor's right foot will deliver this one. It'll swing from outside to in. MetroStars with plenty of numbers back in the box, and Modbury just sitting out a little bit. Oh, dangerous ball in. Found the feet of Scamitzi, but ended up sailing over the crossbar. Oh, a little challenge there. That's won by Owen Windsor. Becomes a loose ball and picked up by Alex Woodlands and be cleared by Modbury Jets, but danger here. Chittadini finds himself with it. Woodfin launches. Now another counter-attacking opportunity here for Modbury Jets, but Francesco Scaminzi opts to leave it. Now at the other end of the field, Jesse Francesca on the ground, and he'll receive a little bit of treatment here. And both teams coming to the sidelines to get some further instructions, while the Modbury Jets captain receives a little bit of treatment. Looks like it's on his right calf. No, it's not. It's on his left foot. Yeah, that we've only got a bit of a break in the last 5 minutes of action or so. Probably a good time to have a quick look at the live ladder as we have it at the moment, with Adelaide United just getting up against Campbelltown. They've gone up 1-0 in the 39th minute, and this is important too. Campbelltown down to 10 men in the 41st minute. So Adelaide United 1-0 up against 10 men at the moment. Sees Adelaide United sitting atop the table on the live ladder. So the pressure further on MetroStars to hold that top position. It means they will most likely need to get 3 points from this game, but also just to need to make sure their goal difference is enough to hold that top spot. And elsewhere, looks like Playford have also scored a goal against West Torrens Bacalla. 40-minute mark to lock things up at Playford. So things looking very interesting all across the RAA NPLSA. And of course, FSA Leagues on YouTube is where you can check out all the action. Meanwhile, his team's still trying to break the deadlock at Smith Partners Stadium as Michael Chittadini tries to do it off his own back. Around about the 40-minute mark of this particular game. Was taken from well outside the 18-yard box and sailed well over in the end. Long ball looking to place itself just ahead of Scaminzi. Doesn't get there. It's up loose to the head of Hamish McCabe. And bombed long, looking for Owen Windsor, but Alexander Woodlands will ultimately scoop it up for Modbury Jets. Roll. Finds Scaminzi in the middle. McCabe attempted to flick it back onto the Modbury Jets striker. Cut out. Paul Wilson. Intercepted by Gow. Harvey Mollis managed to shake off some pressure and play it back and allow MetroStars to build. Harvey Mollis goes to ground and wins a free kick at the hands of Patrick McGregor. D'Angelo bringing it back to off strike. Ends up back with their centre back in Jackson Fortunato. Those two players have been the makeshift centre back pairing in the absence of Scott Nagel, which had forced Danny Greystone to just rejig MetroStars defensively over these last few rounds. Captain Jackson Wall will throw this in. Some wild feet flying in the air in that instance. The flag was up and it has been called back. A little bit of a dispute. Owen Windsor, some objection to that free kick that was quickly taken short by Timothy Henderson. High pressure being applied from Michael Cittadini, and Owen Windsor. Another long ball looking for Francesco Scamizzi to run onto it, but just sent way beyond him. And Cody Osterreich easily able to scoop that up. So at this stage, looking like we'll go into the break at 1-0 as Hamish Gow cops a little clip on the ankle, it looked like. He got a few hops away from it, then ended up going to ground. He's still grasping his ankle. Not looking like he's enjoying life at this particular moment. Trainers ready to give a little bit of attention. He's on his feet and the trainer waved off, possibly just a little bit of a tap in a uncomfortable part of the leg. Back to just a couple of weeks ago when these two teams played at TK Shuttle Reserve, just after halftime we saw Hamish McCabe return with a goal in the 46th minute. Now that locked things up. Interesting to see how both these sides can respond after halftime, assuming that things do stay locked up, but MetroStars will try to do something about that here. Watto, back to Woodfin, finds Mollis. Shakes off Hamish McCabe. Cittadini tries to chip it to Mollis, but it's picked up by Modbury Jets and cleared by Wall. Not out of danger yet, though. Jesse Francesca under some pretty serious pressure. So a chance from the free kick here for MetroStars really late in this first half. Cittadini and Gow both look to be lining up next to it. You'd favour Gow, the usual free kick taker, to deliver this one in. To play it short, and Harvey Mollis tried to launch a goalward opportunistically. Looked like something that MetroStars had perhaps drilled, but doesn't give them anything in this particular instance. In what could have been a pretty critical moment for them as we just edge closer and closer to half-time. As we do get closer to half-time, you can sort of assess the overall performance as MetroStars just being patient but not rewarded for it as of yet. Modbury Jets with a couple of semi-opportunities on the counter-attack, but not looking the more threatening side overall, so be very much game on when these teams come out from half-time at Smith Partners Stadium. You'd suspect we're only a minute or so away. Christian Fedicchio, the referee in this game, blowing his whistle. And there it is, half-time at Smith Partners Stadium in round 8 of the RD8 NPLSA. We'll go to a short break in a moment. But Football South Australia is proud to announce that HPG Homes is a major partner, marking the beginning of a valued relationship. HPG Homes will become naming rights partner of the HPG Homes State League 1 and 2 competitions. And in a moment, we'll find out a little bit more about them.
We all play the same game. The battlefield may look different, but between those painted lines, the feeling each of us get alongside our tribe. Let the moment sink in, then let it rip. The runs out wide, last-ditch efforts and clean sheets. The tap-in or rocket to the top bins. The eruption of the 12th player that sends shivers down your spine. It's in the way we celebrate, because football is everyone's game. Play football.
A nice run forward, only him and Bartuli, and just couldn't quite get there. Wins the corner though, but Bartuli. Kusasa sends it into the area, and it's Vaughan. Leaps in and tips it over the crossbar, and if he did not, that was going to rock that net.
Those lines of Tavares. He then cuts it to Voigt. Voigt with the touch inside, hits it, and that's a great save from Delinges.
Goes to Konstantinopoulos, one-on-one with Lazeka. Tristan Konstantinopoulos with a shot. Late tackle maybe, but great save there from Barbaro. One final chance for Blue Eagles. It's a good ball in. It's got a flick. It's got a second one, but that's an unbelievable save from Sebastian Matosevic. We said Oscar Moore's man of the match, but he's kept 2 goals out that were clearly going in the back of the net.
He's made some unbelievable.
Headed away only to MetroStars though. Edge of the box here, Visser. Now Gow with a little flick. Visser back in the box, and then the finish by Hamish Gow to get them 1-0 up early on.
What a goal.
Oh wow! Oh my god! That was insane! What a way to equalise! By Murati, only as far as Mullen. Mullen hits it with the outside line. Can you believe it? Mullen with a second outside of the right boot. Lions going to take it, and he does. And he picks his spot and he finishes with a bomb. And that's his hat-trick and the 8th goal for Playford to make it 8.
Costelli being put by Caden, now finds Anthony Costa, top of the box, goes with his left foot. Anthony Costa gets a second. He's got a brace in the first half and he's taken Adelaide Croatia into a 2-0 lead at half time, David.
It's a beautiful finish. Just picked his spot out perfectly there, but gosh, Neograd have just left themselves exposed there.
On the back of the announcement of the celebration of football, MetroStars will be investing $50,000 into a coach education fund. $35,000 will be invested into community coach education, 19 courses at club venues and over 500 community coaches. Working closely with clubs to develop and upskill coaches will strengthen the grassroots community, which will obviously benefit the football community as a whole.
It can only be beneficial because most of the clubs, most of the coaches start off just as parents coaching their kids' teams, and they're learning on the job as much as the kids. So this would be perfect because not only would the kids be getting coached, the coaches will be getting coached.
As a club, we struggle to attract good coaches, and having this sort of funding coming our way will actually allow us to sort of offer more boys and girls out there to actually coach at the club. Everything comes at a cost these days, and this award presented to our club here again will allow our average parents, supporters, players to the opportunity to come out and actually to take on coaching and to be part of it. They've got a passion about this sport and a passion about this club. They'll be able to come here now, get trained up, and actually take on a team and just move forward with us here.
The remaining $15,000 will be invested into a joint initiative with MetroStars, Adelaide United and PSV, where selected coaches and technical directors from South Australia will be given the professional development opportunity to go to PSV in October 2025.
Once you get the bug for the coaching, you love it, and you love seeing the kids improve, especially the connection to your club. You want to see the kids come through at your club, and it's just a win-win for everyone.
Something here, plays out to Panagakos, and it's Panagakos! What an absolute cracker! Alicia Panagakos kicks off the season for Adelaide University.
And I mean, if at least it keeps the play rolling instead of it turning around.
Going in, Tom and Bonner, and just as we were talking about just a minute ago, has had a very good last 20 minutes just come into the game. It's 1-0 up.
Goes to Yamada. Good turn. Needs to find an option. Might even look to go for herself. Nini Yamada! Makes it 3-2 for West Adelaide. 20 minutes left.
Such a quality player to have in this competition. A long shot there by Notridge.
It's gone in! Well, it was just a speculative effort by Notridge, and it looked like Elliott never picked it up, and Comets have taken the lead.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. A place to start small and feel 10 feet tall. To have fun and laugh, to build confidence from the ground up. A place to belong. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
We all play the same game. The pitch may change, but the stakes are the same. The ball we desire, the moves we admire. Because football is everyone's game. Play football.
Ghana United like home football.
It's always been our goal to move into State League.
Here it's a very family culture. There's a sense of oneness between the Resis, 18s, seniors. Everyone just feels like brothers.
You know, it's like how they say, you train the way you play, but actually when you rock up game days, we actually play like our heart is the last thing that's left, you know what I mean?
I'm loving it. Really good culture, really good environment. It's going great so far in the preseason.
About culture, you know, we open the door, every culture comes to mix to us.
Ghana United will be a club that can play football, simple football, good football, that we will be in the next couple of years moving to the NPL.
Very thrilled, very excited.
Expect to see some rainbow flicks. That's what makes us Ghana FC, man.
Make its way through to Nicola despite the deflection. Here's Hazelwood, who does well to control the ball with the head. Hazelwood storming into the area, tries the shot, great save. And that should give Elliott a bit more confidence. He's done really, really well there. That ball was travelling.
Here's Hood, just needs to finish, gets it past Murphy. Needs to have some sort of hit. And Murphy manages to backpedal and make the stop.
Coles Mini Roos is more than just football. It is a place to find our feet, learn new skills, and meet new friends. Football starts here. Find your place. Join our team.
Adela Atletico is being built on 6 pillars. It's about respect, about community, fairness, development, technology.
Atletico is become a family, a big family.
This club's got a lot of opportunity to grow. There's a lot of potential here with all the players and the boys, and it's just like a very good place to be at.
We want to be competitive. We want to drive and develop our culture. We've gone out and we've got a few experienced players. I mean, I've gone and got a very good goalkeeper. We've got a really talented Argentinian guy and a couple of older players.
We're a good quality of boys. All the boys are already in a few weeks, they're getting really close.
We want to make sure that everybody that plays at this club feels that they're getting the benefit of our coaching group.
We literally do what we preach, which is let's just play.
Puts in the penalty and wins the grand final for Campbelltown City.
Welcome back for round 2 from Smith Partners Stadium this afternoon. Modbury Jets hosting MetroStars. Team currently in number 9 spot, facing off against the current league leaders, but MetroStars will have to get a bit of a wriggle on if they do want to hold on to this position, because we've got a jam-packed schedule of games happening this afternoon with table implications as well. So the first half, that was lacking any clear-cut opportunities for both sides, to be completely honest. MetroStars looking the more convincing in possession. Modbury Jets with a couple of semi-opportunities on the counter-attack. So neither team really asserting themselves overly in this first half. So it'll be interesting to see what this second half brings. Now, I do believe that we've had a change already from the MetroStars bench. Halftime saw Jake Porter warming up a little bit, and I believe I did see Daniel Cavotto, who's in the side for this week, putting on the vest, so a little bit of a rejig. And it looks like Porter has slipped into that sort of right wing position. So underway in the second half from Smith Partners Stadium. Be interesting to see how both these sides just switch things up. For MetroStars, it was just a bit of an inability to penetrate and create opportunities for themselves, despite the fact that they were pretty comfortable in possession in the way that they were content to build things up from the back. Perhaps even just a change of urgency in the second half might be the difference. But that would potentially leave some opportunities open for Modbury Jets, who seem to be favouring that counter-attack as well. So interesting to see how this plays out. Now, an early little interception from Modbury Jets. Smithy and McCabe linking up. Smithy tried to launch it off his right, but Hamish Gow was all over it. Jackson Walls, who was on this near side, spent most of the first half right in front of our commentary position. It was interesting to see him getting the instructions from Danny Greystone. Noah McNamara's got that equivalent position on the field at the moment. And those two fullbacks going to be really instrumental in creating the opportunities in this second half. Doherty will take the throw in. Hamish McCabe intercepts, tries to flick it off to Schimitzi, but Jackson Fortunato just in front of him. Was searching for Schimitzi, but he was just cut off there. Now a chance for MetroStars here to advance. Arby Mollis to Jackson Walls on the far side. Now the position we've seen MetroStars in all throughout that first half, just between Ostrike and the two centre-backs in Christian D'Angelo and Jackson Fortunato, but the question is, how will they get that beyond that back three pairing? And the answer in this occasion is a little chip forward, looking for Porter. Woodfin finds Walls on that far side. Loose ball will be picked up by Fortunato. D'Angelo. A lot of direction being given from Harvey Mollis in the middle, who's slipped into that central defensive mid role over this last few weeks. Take advantage of finding himself in this side, which you'd expect will be because of a couple of the absences from MetroStars, and you've got to say he's been quite handy in that position. We thank RAA for the support this afternoon. Proud supporters of Football South Australia. Woodfin just tracking back a little bit to present himself as an option. In this setup for MetroStars, we've got both Gow and Mollis sort of both anchoring midfield. Nice little cross there from McNamara, going all the way over the other side and landing to the feet of Walls. Mollis finds it getting to Walls in the middle there, but a chance for Modbury Jets here on the counter-attack. The three MetroStars players surrounding Cameron O'Doherty managed to pick it up, but it's ended up going forward again, although just ahead of Hamish McCabe, and nothing will be made of this. Christian Verdicchio just making his way over to Jackson Walls to have a quick little chat. Long ball finding Noah McNamara on that left-hand side. Will he get this cross off though? He's under some serious pressure from the two Modbury players. Consistent message from the MetroStars bench just below us is patience. Just patience and sticking to this game plan, which is utilising those wide players. Good ball into the middle by Chidini. Didn't seem to be looking for anyone in particular. It's gathered up by Woodlands. Modbury Jets send it long. D'Angelo gets ahead to it. Harvey Mollis with it. Nice ball that almost managed to slip to Cameron Woodfin. Looking like an end-to-end game at times here, and other times just a bit of a slow game with MetroStars just trying to control things. Long ball in from Gow, but just didn't quite manage to find Giudini there, who's been a bit on a hot streak in terms of goal scoring. 3 goals in the last 2 games. He looked to be the receiving player at the end of that delivery from Gow, but not quite in the right position. Here's Gow again, finding Chidini, who flicks it back to Mollis. Windsor just managed to find a target in Mollis, but ultimately MetroStars do make away from this with a corner kick. So given the lack of opportunities, the lack of clear-cut opportunities we've seen from either side, it'll be interesting to see what they can make of this. Michael Cittadini will take this off his right foot. Sent right into the danger zone. D'Angelo jumped for it. Modbury Jets player goes to ground. That player being Timothy Henderson. He gets a bit of a pat on the back. A chance for Modbury Jets to play it out from that free kick. McGregor tried to win a throw in by the legs of Jackson Walls, but MetroStars do away with that throw in. And a ball from Cittadini there. Well, it's been one of the rare opportunities we've seen so far this afternoon, but Alex Woodlands managed to get a hand to it. Something that seemingly came out of nowhere a little bit. It's interesting to see Cittadini tending a little bit more narrow. Usually, Ian wins as the out-and-out striker, but he hasn't had a whole lot of involvement in MetroStars, that has to be said. So Cittadini giving him some support at various times. It's a little bit interesting. It looks like it might be as part of a sort of dynamic formation up top for MetroStars, because now Cittadini's gone to a bit more of a wide position, although he's coming in for support here as Walls tries to carry in, manages to bring it all the way into the 18-yard box, but cut off by a very strong Jacku Wall. Still in possession though here, MetroStars, as Gow finds Mollis, and Windsor almost manages to slip it through. Finds itself at the feet of Jake Porter, although the flag went up. Long ball looking for Hamish McKay, but instead finds the head of Christian D'Angelo. Game continues to track along as it has in the first 55 minutes or so. Who'll break the deadlock here? Harvey Mollis doing some work to try and advance things through the middle. That one just looking for Cittadini, but he's a little bit too quick for it in the end. Now stoppage in play here as one of Modbury Jets players goes to ground holding his face. Looks like Cameron O'Doherty. Yellow cards being shown. Looks like it was to Cameron Woodfin. So a little bit of on-field treatment here for the Modbury Jets player. Looks like a blood nose there, so we'll wait for that to stop and get him cleaned up a little bit before he re-enters the field, but Modbury Jets just taking a chance to get some instructions. Morris Natali chatting to Francesco Scamizzi, who's probably been the player with the most potential opportunities for Modbury Jets this afternoon. He's found himself running onto loose balls up front at various stages, and he's just had a little chat to Hamish McCabe. Some ideas on how they're going to find a gap in this MetroStars defensive pairing of Fortunato and D'Angelo. Been keeping an eye on the other games happening around the place this afternoon as well. Got Campbelltown hosting Adelaide United, and at the moment they're all locked up. Campbelltown somehow managing to find a 57-minute goal with just 10 players on the park, so it could be an upset if they do manage to hold Adelaide United to a draw, given the form that Adelaide United are on at the moment. It's a chance for Adelaide United to take the top of the ladder if this game ends in a draw. Owen Windsor driving things in deep. McNamara, the cross. Jake Porter tried to put some pressure, but Alex Woodlands more than equal to it. Hamish McCabe somehow ends up with the ball at his feet, and his brother Liam McCabe in a deep position on the left-hand side, tries to carry it into the 18-yard box, but ultimately cleared by Christian D'Angelo. And there's a little bit of a clash in the middle of the field there. Like Owen Windsor asking for some disciplinary action to be shown, but the ball's still in play. McNamara. Ball's... There's a funny little passage of play there. The ball eventually found its way to Owen Windsor, but there didn't seem to be a whole lot of urgency there in the forward 18-yard box for MetroStars. Admittedly, it seems like it's been a funny old game this afternoon so far. Modbury Jets make their first substitution for the game around the 60-minute mark or thereabouts. Jordan O'Doherty, the one that will come in. And coming off for him, Cameron O'Doherty. A bit surprised to see that Jordan O'Doherty was omitted from the squad. The quality that we saw from him a couple of weeks ago when these two teams faced off in the Australia Cup. Player with plenty of experience, Jordan O'Doherty, from Adelaide United, Western Sydney Wanderers and Newcastle Jets player. Also 2 Australian under-23s appearances. So will he be the difference maker this afternoon? Jordan O'Doherty with this late appearance in the last 30 minutes or so. Chance for Hamish Gow to create something from this free kick here. He's lined up next to Michael Cittadini, but Gow might deliver himself his left foot. He does, right into danger. McNamara flew in, trying to use his height, but it's up over the touchline. Now it'll be a corner kick here. Looks like Cittadini will take it off the right boot, although he has got Hamish Gow as a near option, so it'll swing inward towards goal. It's beyond the back post. And D'Angelo was there, and there it is! Deadlock broken. Finally for MetroStars, being patient throughout the first 60 minutes or so of this game, building things up from the back, but the thing to break the deadlock ends up being a corner kick. Sent beyond the back post there, and they had the numbers and the height there in the end to take advantage of it. So there we go, MetroStars managing to finally get off the mark this afternoon. But interestingly for Modbury Jets, this trend that we've seen of them conceding around this point of the second half continues. So possibly just a need for Modbury Jets to just hold on to their concentration at this point of the game and try to come out firing from kickoff. Just trying to get another quick look at that goal, and it looked like it ended up coming off the foot of Owen Windsor in the end. Had the help of one of his players to just create a little bit of space for him, and he was able to run off of it, run onto it, strike it off his left boot and put it into the back of the net. Regardless, the result now, MetroStars 1-0 up at Smith Partners Stadium in a game that hasn't had a lot of opportunities present themselves. So the pressure on Modbury Jets now to create something. But given the patient approach that we have seen from MetroStars, you think a more aggressive Modbury Jets, potentially leaving some gaps at the back, might be exactly the place where MetroStars might look to exploit. And this will be another nervous moment for Modbury Jets as they set up for another corner kick. Cittadini will once again swing it from outward to in, unless he opts to go to Hamish Gowers, that close option. Sends it to a similar spot, just beyond that back post. Modbury Jets somewhat managed to clear it in this instance. McNamara, a chance to cross it here. It's cut off. Hamish McCabe doesn't quite manage to control the ball at the halfway line. Cittadini slips it to Woodfin, plays it back out wide, and cross there from McNamara. Looking for both Jake Porter and Owen Windsor at that post, so things starting to work for MetroStars in playing that forward. There seems to be just a little bit too much space for them to get that cross in from the left-hand side. And the receiver's finally placed to receive it, but I was going to say Hamish McCabe will try to do something about that, but he was under too much pressure there from the MetroStars defenders. So it looks like Modbury Jets playing two out-and-out strikers now in Skimitzi and Hamish McCabe. McCabe trying to put a strike under some pressure, so he opts to clear it long. Joku Wall gets a bit of airtime on top of Jake Porter. The combination of Porter along with Owen Windsor seems to be working for MetroStars at the moment in terms of receivers from that ball from the left-hand side. Wind's just picked up a little bit here at Smith Partners Stadium. It started off initially to a bit of a warm start to the game, but it's cooled down a little bit now. Just a little bit of breeze. 1-0 to the advantage of MetroStars on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard for all your indoor and outdoor LED solutions. And of course, we thank RAA, proud supporters of Football South Australia. As Tim Henderson manages to pick up that loose ball. Pressure all on Modbury Jets at the moment, which is a position that MetroStars with their patient approach will like. RD Mollis seems to be presenting as another option Cody Ostrike to clear to now as well. Previously option just for the short players, but now he seems to have one extra. RD Mollis in the middle. Gow finds Chittadini in the middle. Just managed to release it quick enough. And again, Chittadini finds himself around the middle of the park, which is just providing a little bit of contrast, given that he does usually favour that wide position on the left-hand side. Either left or right, really, but given his goal-scoring prowess over the last couple of weeks, he's proven himself to be handy in the middle of the park too. Little break in play here as Cameron Woodfin receives a little bit of treatment. Seems to be a little bit of chatter about a potential change here for MetroStars. There will be one from the Modbury Jets bench. Luigi Detroia. Will go on. A bit of confusion at the moment here as we got 4 different changes happening. So it looks like Liam McCabe coming off for Luigi Detroia. Jesse Francesca has come off. Meanwhile, for MetroStars, Christian Satira has come on, and Cameron Woodfin has come off. So a little bit of a rejig for both teams. And the last play that's come on, Fred Sunday for Modbury Jets. Meanwhile, ready to get things restarted with a free kick here. All the Modbury Jets cavalry trying to fly in to get a desperate header to that and put things equal at Smith Partners Stadium. Now, as a result, one of the MetroStars players has gone down. Christian D'Angelo is the man that has gone down. He left the field early last week, so I wasn't quite sure whether he'd feature this game, but he has. He's started and he's played at least 70 or so minutes to this point, but it looks like he will be subbed off now. And there'll be yet another change for MetroStars. The trainer's just called for the sub. So, not looking good at this point for Christian D'Angelo. Mohitira will be the player that comes on for him. Lionel Mohitira, addition to this MetroStars squad after playing his football with Para Hills Knights last year. It was interesting to see how quickly the MetroStars bench reacted after Christian D'Angelo did go to ground And I wonder if it's as a result of him leaving the field last week too. The defenders for MetroStars being utilised at this point. Of course, we've still got Scott Nagel as an absentee for MetroStars following his injury, which I believe he picked up against West Torrens-Macalla all the way back in round 6. I believe it was then, but nonetheless missed the last couple of games at least. A chance for Modbury to impress. He hasn't played a lot of football so far this year, so will he be a little bit rusty in his late return in this particular game? Satira effectively using his body there to cut off Modbury Jets, but giving away the free kick in doing so. Sent along by Paul Wilson, looking for the sub in Luigi Detroit, who's slipped into that wide right position. Lachlan Wilson, the other sub. Chipping ball looking for Hamish McKay, but at the moment, Modbury Jets just looking a little bit desperate. As is shown there with that give up a possession by Patrick McGregor. Here he is again though. Gets it to Jordan O'Doherty, who gives away possession in trying to find Hamish McCabe. Nice composed ball by Hamish Gow there, under some pressure, but to find Jake Porter on that right-hand side. Choppy Wall just trying to cut him off, but he's beaten ultimately. Luckily, Timothy Henderson there. Choppy Wall in his return to this side been difficult to deal with in that left back position. He managed to limit Daniel Capuato's involvement in the first half. Jake Porter's been a little more dynamic in the second, but sort of left back that really manages to make himself sticky on that right winger. Oh, Hamish McCabe here manages to get to it. Dangerous opportunity here for Modbury Jets, and there it is. Their late equaliser. Francesco Scamizzi, the one to do it. And it's game on at Smith Partners Stadium. It looked like the counter-attack was going to be the point of danger for Modbury Jets in the first half. They weren't really able to create that in the second, but finally their moment. And it's in the 79th minute that Francesco Scamizzi managed to do it, thanks to that service from Hamish McCabe as well, who was able to get onto the end of that ball. Saw them having a little bit of a chat in the middle of the park maybe 5 minutes or so ago during the little breaks of play that we had. When you've got the ability for two out-and-out strikers to link up, very dangerous when they do manage to find themselves loose up front. All of a sudden the complexion of this game changed pretty significantly. Quite a few changes made by both these sides in the last 5 minutes or so. And now that things are looking a little bit more frantic, it's potentially going to be a real battle in the last 10 minutes or so, which is a little bit surprising given that the first 60 minutes or so of this game, I think you could comfortably say they weren't the most frantic or exciting moments of football that you've seen, but it's certainly game on here as RB Mollis goes to ground and he's won the free kick. Interestingly, 2 weeks ago at TK Shutter, the last time these two teams played, it was RB Mollis going to ground that resulted in that late pen that was taken by Hamish Gow to put MetroStars 4-1 up. In that instance, it didn't change the winner, but it may very well do if MetroStars can make something of this. Free kick here. Now, interestingly, Gow doesn't look like he's going to take this free kick. It's Chinadini who's there with Owen Windsor. But Jackson Walls is also part of the conversation, so who's going to take this free kick, we don't know. Jackson Walls went in to have a chat with them after chatting to Danny Greystone at the bench, so there it is, sent straight into the middle. Alex Woodlands did a really good job to get his body across and save that. I thought we might have seen a bit of a drilled set piece routine there, given the little bit of chatter that was had, but still a dangerous moment here for MetroStars as the corner set in. Joku Wall getting his tall head to it. But it'll be yet another corner kick. And Hamish Gow will take this one off his left foot. It'll be an inward swinger towards goal. And another chance for MetroStars to get themselves back in front. It'll drop right into the danger zone, but looked like it found the head of Francesco Scamitzi. Nonetheless, it's been cleared. Hamish McCabe gets ahead to it. So there's Francesco Scamitzi, but somehow MetroStars end up in possession as they track it back to Mugitira and they build. A long ball sent in. Doesn't trouble Alex Woodlands, who's composed despite how frantic it's been the last couple minutes or so. So 5 minutes or so ago, MetroStars looked like they were in the box seat. All locked up at Smith Partners Stadium here at the moment, and potentially we might see the table leader change hands this afternoon. Satira tried to carry that all the way in. Nice little flick from Patrick McGregor there to put it into space for himself. A chance here. Oh, dangerous ball sent in by Fred Sunday and just sort of deflected or bounced awkwardly. Man, looks like we've got one more change to make from Modbury. Daniel Detroit will come off the bench. And he'll do so for Patrick McGregor, who's put in quite a shift working in the middle of the park this afternoon. Daniel Detroit has run over to the opposite side of the pitch and looks like he'll slip in that left back position. MetroStars on that near side. Chindini's just switched in from a wide position on the left to in the middle. Hamish McCabe ends up with it, battling for the ball. It's a nice little bump from RB Mollis. Plays it back to Detroit, who tries to get a ball up forward. Bit of a fracas in the middle. Shimbadikio's blown his whistle and awarded a free kick to MetroStars. Things just continuing to look a little bit frantic here as they have over the last 5 or 10 minutes since Modbury has equalised. Throughout the first 60 minutes or so of this game, Danny Greystone's called for calm from his MetroStars side, and that's kind of exactly what they need at this particular point in time, as that one just gets away from Noah McNamara. Feeling that we haven't seen the last of the goals for this game at this late stage. Chukwuwal gets his head to it, finds Hamish McCabe. Ball from Luigi Detroit, finds Fred Sunday's head, but ends up over the touch line, and Cody Ostrike will play that short. Gow. Ostrike. 87th minute here, or thereabouts. Now, interestingly, Campbelltown are 2-1 up against Adelaide United, which could have some implications, but this can too. Satira gets his right foot to it, but the ball just curls away. Goes beyond that. Hand upright, probably a little bit high as well. Back to what I was saying, really interesting result at Campbelltown, where they're up 2-1 against Adelaide United. The underdogs in that game, especially seeing as they did go down to 10 men in just the 41st minute. And I only just learned that it was Meghetto that came off in the keeper. So fascinating. In that instance, that Campbelltown are now 2-1 up after scoring 86-minute penalty. Chance here for Modbury. Troy out. Walt to Wilson. Jordan O'Doherty gets past a couple of players, gets to McCabe. McCabe again here. Oh, lost his footing and slipped at a crucial time. He had two different players standing to his left. Now McCabe hops away from that, wincing. Chittadini slips it to Avi Mollis. He's got Satira just trying to advance on the left-hand side, but chooses to go back to Chittadini. What a... Back to Mollis. Namara. And a chance here for MetroStars. Chittadini just doesn't get the purchase on the ball. He'd be feeling mighty confident after the 3 goals he scored in the last 2 games, but didn't get enough on that ball to challenge Alex Woodlands. Well dealt with in the end. Mollis seems to be working overtime for MetroStars in the late parts of this game. Detroit out. O'Doherty gets that cross in. Scamitzi gets a foot to it, but it's at the wrong side of that right hand upright. Officially into extra time at Smith Partners Stadium. Hitira lifting the ball for Ostrike. comes Michael Cittadini. Walls. It's Windsor. Gets that ball off. Launches it from his left foot. Alex Woodland's called into action, and despite giving away that corner, potentially gives Modbury the chance to hold on to this draw, but more work to do for them here as Hamish Gow lines up to take this corner kick off his left boot. Sends it right into the danger zone, but Woodlands firmly gets his fists to it. Fred Sunday to break fast here. Just muscled off the ball by Jake Porter. It's Jake Porter that ends up going to ground. Free kick for MetroStars in the end here. Last minute chances here for MetroStars. I've just got a message from somebody who's been watching the footage of that flash that Christian D'Angelo was involved in. Seems to basically say things not looking good for him, but a chance here for MetroStars. Satira got his left boot to it, but pushed over the crossbar in the end. Oh. Last minute clearance by Henderson, who's put in quite the shift this afternoon. John O'Doherty gets all airborne for that. Jockey Wall finds Fred Sunday. Wall sends it forward, looking to put it in front of Francesco Scamizzi. Final moments at Smith Partners Stadium. Christian Vidicchio just blew the whistle. It wasn't the whistle that we're waiting for. Harvey Mollis sends it back. Jake Porter launches off the right foot. Woodland's called into action again. It's a mighty contrast that it's been over the last 15 minutes or so compared to how the game started. The first 3 quarters, things looking pretty slow, but after all that, things just... both teams desperate to get 3 points in the dying moments of this game. Gow sends it right into danger again, but once again, Woodland's all over it. Windsor gets a left foot to it, but it's deflected. Ultimately cleared by Scamizzi. He's looking for Detroit, but fails to get a foot to it. Last chance for MetroStars here. Cittadini trying to control it, but under too much pressure in the end. Damara. Here's Scamizzi here. He lets it go in the end. He's running, looking far more tired, more than 90 minutes into this game. Additional time continues as Christian Vidicchio checks the watch. He does so again. He's got the whistle to his lips. It's Hamish Gow. Sends it long. Last chance for MetroStars here. Paul Wilson gets a foot to it and it goes out as the shout of penalty comes from the MetroStars bench.
Attack the ball!
Don't come away from that with one of those, but they get one of these instead. Another corner kick that'll be taken from Hamish Gow. He's been landing him right on the head of Alex Woodlands, who's dealt with it capably, but the pressure's right on now. Here it is. It's a danger and it hits the back of the net. The MetroStars bench ecstatic. and dying moments of the game. It looks like they will come away with a result. Noah McNamara, the one that's celebrating. And we said it just felt like the sort of game where we were going to see just one more goal. After the first 60 minutes or more, things just looking a little bit slow. All the excitement in the last 15 minutes of this game. Now, Modbury Jets will kick off again here, but there could not possibly be long left in this game. Danny Greystone just giving some instructions to his players, just warning them that Modbury Jets will absolutely try to go right up the guts to equalise late and salvage a point from this, and consequently MetroStars have put their numbers right in the middle. Fred Sunday trying to run onto this. Muhitira blocks the way. John O'Doherty gets involved as well. Now MetroStars have picked up possession and they'll even attack as it falls to Arby Mollis. Plays it long to Chittadini, but he will not get the chance to shoot as the final whistle's blown here at Smith Partners Stadium. Late drama and excitement. Again, the first part of this game, the first 3 quarters of this game, just an arm wrestle. Neither team really looking like they were going to differentiate themselves, but all the action backloaded in this game and some real drama to finish. Final minutes. MetroStars just managed to get that last goal when it mattered most. So the win of here in round 8 of the RD8 NPLSA, Modbury Jets, MetroStars at Smith Partners Stadium. MetroStars, and you'd suspect that at this point it means they may hold on to that top spot of the ladder as well. They've done their part. Full time at Campbelltown, where Campbelltown have unexpectedly got the win. Adelaide City with a 2-1 win at Para Hills, and while we're at it, Playford getting the win at West Torrens at home, but the result, Northeastern MetroStars still the leaders of the RD8 NPLSA. That brings this afternoon to a close. Thank you for your company. Simon Jimenez signing off.